Welcome to Lawrence, Kansas, and pay heed all who enter, and beware, these Jayhawks can play a little football too. A top 25 showdown coming up, two of college football's premier teams preparing to duke it out right here on this field. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Tennessee Volunteers, taking on the winners of 4 straight, the Kansas Jayhawks. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, joined here in the booth by David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. And guys, let's get this thing started. Well, you don't see this every day. They're lining up for an onside kick on the opening kickoff. Not much drives more anxiety than waiting to see if the hands team can corral the onside kick, and they do.
Well, I give them a lot of credit for having guts. You normally don't see onside kicks until the very end of the game. Here we are in the first quarter, and they tried one, but it didn't work. So their defense now has to come out here and bail them out.
This crowd bringing an ear-splitting welcome to their visitors. Looking to go up top on first down. He caught it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Volunteers.
Really nice job working the route and getting himself open. He was able to locate the football, snag it out of the air, and this guy now has 5 receiving touchdowns on the year.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. That drive not too taxing on the playbook. One play, put it in the end zone just like that. About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. No chance for a return as that ball flies out of the back of the end zone. Offense set on first down. Leaves it with the back. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. The Jayhawks will hustle to the line.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
They come to the line facing 3rd and long from the 25. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Steps. And the explosive play, and they're on the move all the way to the 44.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. Fires deep toward the end zone. Picked off. Not only a great play, but tremendous discipline by this sophomore to make the pick.
QB's got to pick and choose their spots when they want to be really aggressive and try to fit balls in tight windows. Great job by the DB making a big play, getting the ball back to its offense.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well. Palmer, they executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
Gets it out fast. Obliterated obliterates him, still on the move. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. And a 9-yard gain on first down leaves them with second and short. Now, a couple of times historically that the SEC has reached into the Big 12 during an expansion era, and the Big 12 would love to land a blow on the field here in this one.
Yeah, I think there probably is some of that with the Big 12. A lot of these teams, they used to be in our conference, and you've kind of ruined what we had built. So we got a chance now to make a dent in this, to show you, like, we're not just your, like, little recruiting system and little farm team, Jesse. Like, we're a real conference that wants to come out and make a statement.
I agree, David. I think the Big 12 throughout the years here recently has done a good job of reloading, bringing in good quality programs with a lot of talented football players, and those wide open, up-tempo, high-scoring offenses that can give any SEC defense problems.
The Volunteers get it past the sticks.
Well, this offense is sending a little bit of a message here. Of course, we know how much they've struggled on third down all season long. They're just never able to seem to get into a rhythm, but after that last running play moving the sticks, you just wonder what that does for their confidence.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on second and 2. Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man, make that statement. Make that early statement. We always look at the end of the season, and what does the committee say? Oh, they beat top 25 so-and-so. Here's your chance to put that on your resume that'll pay off big time and late in the season.
He's got it. That is exactly what you're looking for when you talk explosive plays. The defense finally able to make the stop. Ripping off a huge chunk of yardage like that, now you're able to attack and try to get a touchdown on this drive.
I can't wait to see next, Reese, if this offensive coordinator and play caller decides to keep his foot down on the pedal and maybe take another shot now that they're in the red zone.
The lost yardage leaves them with second and 11. The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going and handing the ball.
The crowd getting behind this defense as they try to get a stop in the red zone. On third and long, a check down would be the last resort. And he was hit just as he was releasing the pass, and it falls to the ground incomplete.
Nice job by the defense. They're mixing up their look. They're third and long in field goal range. They go zone coverage, so everybody on the back end has the eye on the quarterback, and they're able to break on the ball, force the incompletion.
It's good. He hit that one right down the middle. And that lead grows even bigger. And let's check in with Kevin Connors in the studio. Kevin?
Fellas, I think at least a portion of your audience will have an interest in the one that just finished up. Mississippi State delivered the knockout blow early in this one, en route to the type of win that can turn some heads there in the SEC. Trust me when I say the party is on in Stark Vegas. 60 minutes of football and a convincing outcome, and certainly a game with implications far beyond just the standings, fellas.
Kevin, thanks a lot for that one. Sounds as if they had a good one there. Hands it off. They knock him down after a gain of 3 to the 23. And the Jayhawks moving quickly to the line. Back to pass, it's Turner. He hurls one deep down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Yeah, and I love taking deep shots. I think it makes quarterbacks play honest, safeties play honest, and you could tell I just missed a little bit deep on that shot. But listen, those are shots that we want to take because the risk is definitely worth the reward.
As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On third down, going up top. Well, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Jayhawks will try to pin them back with the punt. Looking for a block. It's Adams. Bottled him up. Not a whole lot of room to run on that return, and that's how this period will come to an end.
Tennessee 10, Kansas 0.
First down to start the drive after the break. They'll try the run. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. This defense happy with how that last play turned out, so they'll decline the penalty. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He just couldn't hold his water long enough at the line of scrimmage. It'll be a penalty. Not much of a decision to make there, so the defense will move him back. And here comes the offense on 2nd down. Wide out in motion. He wants to throw here on 2nd down. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Well, no question where this quarterback is going to be trying to go with the football in this game, right? He's looking for his big play wide out, and the defense knows it. They had him double covered that time.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. And couldn't quite find the crevice he needed to pick up the first down.
These guys aren't human anymore. I mean, they got to survey the field, throw the football, make deep passes, and then guess what else? They pull the ball down, take off, and...
Oh, it's a phony punt. They're going to run it with the up man. This is probably one of those plays where you wish you had a do-over button so you could just punt that thing away. Looking for a productive play on first down. Looking to pass. It's Turner. He uncorks a full name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes the stop. They'll go to the ground. Relying on that running game inside the red zone. He picked up 3 to the 11.
You know, as a defense, you kind of want to force the give on the RPO. You want them to run the football, and you can tell maybe the quarterback wishes he pulled this. Small gain, but some information you gathered maybe for the next time you get to run an RPO.
They go right back to him. Can't get him to the ground. Able to get a couple on the play. He's down at the 9. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. 3rd down. They can't pick up the first without scoring. Just going to keep it after the snap. And there were some collisions in there, and the D finally stops him short of the marker.
You know, I really like this QB running the football because I know he's got a lot of speed, but he's not the biggest guy in the world. So he's not going to be able to break a lot of tackles. You really got to do a good job of trying to scheme ways to get him out in more space.
And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Let's go!
Dropping back, it's Turner. Trying to pick up the first out of the backfield. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Rock-Chalk Jayhawks! And with the extra point, the lead is cut to 3. It's 10-7. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with the 7-yarder for the score. Not going to get a return here. They'll bring it out to the 25 as the kickoff sails through the back of the end zone. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
I love that play call, and I love the timing of the pre-snap motion. Because the quarterback was able to get it to the receiver right behind the offensive line, because of the timing, he was able to outflank the defense. That puts him out in space where he's able to use his speed. Nice job with the pre-snap motion and timing.
Turns it on in midfield. And he breaks into the open. The 10. And he got away from the defense and takes it in. Touchdown, Vols!
I am a great play caller when I can hand it to guys like that, and he can go that far to the house, create big plays, showed you a little bit of vision, showed you a little bit of burners, when he kicked it in gear, got the long touchdown.
And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. They wasted no time on that drive, got it on their... Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. Returner's going to try to see what he can get. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. The Kansas offense returns to the field. They are trailing by 10 here, Jesse, but this is the type of team that seems comfortable in an offensive shootout.
You got to hold serve at this point, right? You got to drive the field, put some more points up on the board. Yeah, they just scored. You can answer that now and keep this thing.
He's going to let it go. He's got it down the left. And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down. And the Jayhawks racing to the line in the hurry-up.
That's a beautiful pass and catch. I love the job the quarterback does manipulating the defense with his eyes. He froze that safety, and that allowed his receiver more room to work his route.
Oh, he loves to fire downfield. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
Good awareness by the defense. In this situation on the field, you know there's coordinators that like to try to take shots deep down the field and catch you napping. The defense was ready for that one.
Pre-snap motion in the backfield. To throw, it's Turner. Under heavy pressure, lets it fly. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down.
And the offensive coordinator here is really trying to stay aggressive and take a shot. Obviously, the offense couldn't click on that one. But later in the game, if I'm this offense, I'm continuing to stay aggressive. Keep the foot down on the gas pedal.
They'll move the running back to try to force the defense to adjust. On third down, he drops to throw. Using his feet to buy time. Now adjusting. Fires on the move. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and this thing has been one-sided, and they hope to at least have something to feel good about going into halftime. So they're going to send out the field goal unit to try a long one. He's going to have to break out the thunderfoot on this one, a 57-yard attempt. The official says no good. The missed field goal leaves us with a double-digit game still sitting at 10.
Man, that kicker came inches away from hitting a PB. That thing almost cleared the crossbar. Wow.
Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. They've been outstanding here in this first half. Might as well try for the knockout punch, David.
Yeah, confidence has to be at an all-time high. Great first half. I'm going to get more, Palmer. I'm not scared with the lead when I got the football late.
Yeah, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. You can see the quarterback's body language. He wants to go. He wants to go tempo. He wants to take shots. They're trying to light this scoreboard up.
Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. On the move, it's Burke. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
When you play defensive end, it's all about getting off the football. You can tell, gets off the football really fast, gets in the backfield, gets the running back before he knows what hit him. What a play by the defensive end.
3rd and short now. They snap it from their own 46. From the gun, wants to pass. And the pass is intercepted. Trying to take it back. Running inside the 20. And he's going to run it all the way back. Touchdown, Jayhawks. What a play by this defense with the pick 6.
And how about the defender? Exactly what you're supposed to. Breaks on the football, makes the interception. Everybody on defense, we turn to offense. Go lay some blocks so my guy can get it and take it back to the house.
They're lining up to kick it off after the pick 6, and that defense will come out feeling it. Just unloaded on that kickoff. Don't have to worry about a return on a kick like that. They'll bring it out to the 25. The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. Well, the good news is they threw a touchdown pass last time. It was just to the wrong team, Jesse.
Well, that's an unfortunate part of the game for quarterbacks, but guess what? They do have it. So you've got to be able to turn the page here and lead this offense.
Well, I think you know this defense is going to be aggressive. They're going to jump routes. They're going to play aggressive. You've got to take advantage of that. Maybe use that this time to your advantage.
He wants to go deep. And he's got it inside the 35. He gets it to the 31-yard line. A big play for this offense. They'll immediately call timeout. After ripping off a big chunk of yardage, you figure they're going to go right back after him. 1st and 10 from the 31. He wants to throw. Makes the grab. Tackled after picking up the first down.
How about this offense? They're rolling. They got a couple first downs together. Defense. Next, what's your response? What do you got? You got to make some adjustments here.
And the Volunteers have it with a 1st and 10. And he's sprinting. He'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Tennessee. Precision blocking up front created the open lane, and the running back followed it beautifully.
Yeah, it's pretty easy to follow an offensive line that makes those holes and just gives you a caravan all the way to the end zone. What an unbelievable job blocking up front.
The kick is up and good, and put one more on the lead. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. And they finished it off with a 17-yard touchdown run. The returner will field it and bring it back. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive.
Jayhawks will take over. 1st and 10.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. Motion from the offense. They'll start this drive with a pass. He lets one fly deep. It is incomplete, and now there are 4 seconds remaining.
You hear about shot plays all the time. Offensive coordinators love to take deep shots down the field. They plan them. They plan when they're going to do them, and I bet you we'll plan to see a few more throughout this game.
Back to throw, it's Turner. He's not afraid to go deep. It's incomplete, and they tried to get one on the board before the break and couldn't quite make the connection. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. The Vols will kick it away to crank up the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. They got a lot done through the air in the first half, and they might need even more production here in the second.
I think they will, Reese, and I think this is an offense that has proven they're playing with good timing right now. They've got some matchups where they're winning one-on-one. They're just going to have to keep going back to the well, David, and relying on hitting some explosive plays to win this game.
Yeah, and I think we look at numbers naturally, and they're losing. So that's the most important thing on the scoreboard, but they have had success. And so what do? You keep playing pitch and catch. You got to score, but you got to talk to your defense. I need some stops. I need the football back quickly so we can do some more damage.
Looking to throw on second down. Using his legs to buy some time. He'll let one go down the right side. Open runway ahead. He was smelling that end zone, but they get him down at the 4 after the big pass play.
What a beautiful throw and catch on this play, and I love the job the receiver did tracking the ball in the air. Nice job of locating the throw and then hauling it in.
Snap it to the back. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the play. Let's see. Times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. The Jayhawks trying to cash it in on 1st and goal.
Dino, 29 Philly, 29 Philly.
Looking downfield, it's Turner. Got the back over the middle. They'll mark him down at the 2. The excellent execution on that throw and catch. And the Jayhawks in the hurry up. Trying to punch it in. Touchdown, Kansas. And the comeback is on. Finish was great. Great way to answer that poor field position.
Poor field position, no problem. How about it? Great job by the offensive coordinator. This offense getting in a good rhythm early, even backed up, even in a predictable situation. Great job coming out.
Kansas, 21.
And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. Tennessee ready to go to work the Big Orange offense on the field. And David, how they would love to stick it in the end zone one more time after that last drive.
And once you get the defense on their heels and you back them off a little bit, you get in a little bit of rhythm, it's really hard to stop Jesse, and they're going to try to do.
Off he goes. Found a bunch of room and got it to the 44-yard line.
How nice is it as a quarterback when you don't have to throw post routes to get great stats? No, I can just throw it quickly to one of the fastest players in the entire nation and let him burn this defense.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff to the running back. Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Didn't get much on 1st down. It's 2nd and 9. He's is looking to throw. Unleashes one deep. Pulls it in the end zone. Touchdown, Volunteers!
Touchdown, Tennessee.
And you want these guys that can take the top off of defense. It changes the way they're going to play coverage on you, and he does it right here. Just runs by the DB. He had no chance to try to catch up with him. Makes the big play down the field. And this will change the way you play defense against this guy the rest of the game.
Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Smashes ahead. And good work by the coverage team to get the return man down on the ground. The Kansas offense returns to the field. The deficit here is just 10 points, David, so a chance to answer here.
Plenty of time left in this football game. No need to panic. This offense just has to put a couple drives together. And listen, the defense will get this back and get some stops, Palmer, and get you the football back.
And I think here too, David, you have an opportunity to keep the pressure on the opponent. Yeah,
Afterburners coming. And they'll finally bring him down after he rips off a huge play. The Jayhawks want to pick up the tempo.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play call.
And it is a chunk play, a huge gain on that one before the defense brings it to an end.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Here's the handoff. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, this coaching staff, they're getting this offensive line lathered up and into a rhythm. Now they're letting him drive off the ball on first down on these running plays, and they're getting chunks of yardage.
The give to the tailback. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They can really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Looking for a crease to the left. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down.
Well, that's kind of the advantage of third and medium, right? Is the defense, you keep them guessing. You could throw it, you can run it. That time they hand it off, and they pick it up.
Yeah, and you can see the D drop back a little bit. It creates a little bit of space. The running back blasts through, gets the first down.
Able to get one down to the 15. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go with a direct snap. They ripped off 7 on that one. Now a 3rd down and 3. Boy, they'd love to move the sticks here and take a shot at it on 1st and goal. On 3rd and short, trying to impose their will and move the chains. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3. Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half. Almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And that pass picked off. And he's brought down, and this defense gets the ball back for its own.
Not all guys have the ability to break on the football, go make a play, and catch it. You know, you play defense for a reason. A lot of the wide receivers are the ones that do most of the catching. Great job by the defense securing the INT.
The Volunteer offense is back, and they hope it's touchdown time in Tennessee. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Makes the grab on the left. Really nice job there by both guys to throw and the catch to work that defense and get the first down.
And that's good enough for a first down. That's the end of the third quarter of play. With the score, Tennessee 31, Kansas 21.
A new set of downs after the completion. Little touch pass to the receiver. He's there to make the stop, and they threw it in reverse, losing yardage on that play.
Second down.
So they'll try to salvage this drive on 2nd and long from the 12. He's looking to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Got his man. And he'll be forced out of bounds, but not before yet another big play in this passing attack. And the Vols have it with a 1st and 10.
Well, I tell you, man, this guy's been putting on a show all game long. We've seen his decision-making. We've seen his athleticism. Because of him, they've got this huge lead in the 4th quarter. So why stop throwing it? Just keep it going when the going's good.
And they'll bring him to the ground after a short gain.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, David. It puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
At midfield, he's got room. Ripping through the defense. Lots of green grass as he gets it to the 31.
I think you have to like what you see if you're the coaching staff here. Your offense is on the field, and it looks like you got a pretty good drive going, and you're just going to try and keep this thing marching, keep the clock ticking. You've got a really nice lead here late. Just want to find ways to keep the chains moving. They're doing it.
Pulled down after a pickup of 4 to the 27.
It's a point in the game, I think, as a coaching staff where you really challenge your offensive line to go win the football game, right? We've got to lead late. We're going to run the football, and the defense and everybody in the stadium knows that's what's going to happen. Can we run the ball down their throats and impose our will? That's what this offense right now is trying to do.
They'll toss it to the left. That play just never had a chance. They knock him down for a loss of 5. These fans stepping up to help this defense on 3rd down. From the gun, wants to pass. Fires to the middle. Got him downfield. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown Vols! As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions, and just carving this defense up.
38, Kansas.
About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
Number 19, set to kick it off.
This will not be returnable as it sails out of the back of the end zone. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
Getting some heat. And the Jayhawks come to the line in the hurry-up. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. On the move and looking deep. And they wanted it all on 3rd down, but now dealing with 4th down.
Well, they take a shot down the field. It's another incompletion. It's really been that kind of story. This defense has made this guy earn it every single play. Really small windows to throw into. 1 touchdown pass. That's a little bit surprising. You thought maybe they'd have more in this game.
And he throws another interception, his 3rd one of the night. He was dreaming of getting a few more on that return, but they'll take it in business at the 32.
And that's a really good job by the defense, understanding the situation of football. It's 4th down. It's late in the game. You got a multi-possession lead. Take away all the deep stuff. Make them force the football into coverage. They do, and they stamp this game.
They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. And this one will be stopped for no gain. Got stuffed on 1st down. It's 2nd and 10. Keeping it on the ground with the single back. And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. Last 2 runs got a big fat nothing. Let's see if they try to go up top on 3rd and 10. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll take the deep shot. He's got it. Touchdown, Tennessee. And the punishment has been extended. Things a little more comfortable after that score and much, much closer to a win here in Week 5. And this defense is just getting squeezed by the Big Orange, and he's cutting him up like Peyton Manning.
Man, no answers. I mean, he's really had his way. They haven't made him feel uncomfortable. If I'm a Vols fan, I'm jacked up that I got this guy at quarterback because he's showing he can put up some big numbers.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. Here's the return from inside his 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The Kansas offense returns to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? You're going to be a great player.
It's Turner. He wants to take the top off. He's got it inside the 30. And they were looking for a chunk play, and they got it. The explosive picks up more than 30. Down to the 26-yard line and a 1st down.
Squirm 42, Spider.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers.
Timber.
Looking to move it through the air. Throws to the tight end. It's complete. And that is good versatility there and a big hit from the backer in pass coverage. He's looking for an open man on 2nd down. The sweet feet keeping the play alive. That pass is incomplete, and they might be fortunate it wasn't knocked free for a fumble. It'll be 3rd down.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film room that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from them and do better next time.
Going up top on 1st down. Looking to the end zone. And he's got it. Touchdown, Rock Chalk.
And this quarterback really does a great job of seeing the defense, seeing what kind of coverage they're in. And I think when this offense goes empty and they spread the defense out, it just makes it so much more simple for the QB to see what the defense is doing pre-snap and then post-snap. You can tell he's playing in a great rhythm right now because he's seeing the field, and these empty sets are really helping him.
They're definitely up against it. Time running out, down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. They'd hope to get that thing bouncing around, but the hands team is able to corral it.
And everybody's got different philosophies. Some people kick onside every single time. You go for the big play, try to create some momentum for your team, but they failed. A nice job covering the kick, seeing the football off the kicker's foot, securing it, getting on the ground, and making sure your offense retains the football.
Oh, it's a reverse.
And what you see late in games, man, those teams that can really run the football and run that clock when they got a lead, you really win a lot more football games. So I think you look for them to be physical down the stretch of this game, try to continue to do this on the ground, continue to eat that clock.
They'll run it to keep this clock grinding. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, this guy's been eating them alive all game long. Finally, though, David, you wonder if the defense has been able to make some adjustments, find something positive to help slow this guy down.
Hey, baby steps, right? That's a tackle for a loss. I know he's got over $100 on the game, but this defense is definitely going to have to be more aggressive, commit more guys to stopping that bad man.
He's going to let one fly down the middle. Touchdown, Volunteers! And the pummeling has started. How efficient have they been as they extend this lead here in Week 5?
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. The offense set for a first down play. Quarterback checking off. To the air, it's Turner. And wings it incomplete.
And this defense has put a game together. Like, it is hard to put all the facets of defense together. Run defense, pass defense. They've been so good, man. Dialed in, you could tell. They were ready. They were fast. They were physical. They dominated this football game.
After that last incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from their own 20. Running back goes in motion. Misfired on the last play. They'll go back to the air. They get to him as he throws. Got him and nobody's close. And he was loose and in the open field and on his way. A tremendous pickup on that one. They'll throw it on first down. He wants a big play here late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in a game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, 4th quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it. The defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
Fast motion from the offense. On 2nd down, he's looking downfield. He's taking a deep shot. What a spectacular grab there as they try to finish this game with a little something to feel good about. Touchdown, Rock Chalk Jayhawk! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And a nice touchdown, continuing to fight, continuing to play. This one, it's pretty much over. Down multiple possessions this late in the football game. It would take a miracle, but nice job by this offense continuing to fight, push the ball down the field, make plays.
Wide receiver shows motion. Dropping back, it's Turner. He's got it. 2-point conversion is good. Just a couple of possessions down, so there is some hope. They're definitely up against it. Time running out. Down 2 possessions. They'll try the onside kick. And in that scramble, they're going to come out of there with the football, and they get the onside kick and take possession right back. Kansas gets the ball back, and the Jayhawk offense is ready to go to work. Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. He wants to start this drive with a pass. Here's a throw downfield late. And it's his 4th interception of the night.
That should be the nail in the coffin. What a great break on the football. Getting the big turnover. You got the lead. Now just go out there, be smart on offense, and run that clock.
He'll come out throwing on first down. Looking down the middle. Wide open downfield. And chunk plays are the name of the game, and they get one here before the defense finally makes a stop. So with the late lead, they're ready to just drain the clock in victory formation.